In the quiet farmlands of Robertson County, Tennessee, the year was 1817. The Bell family had lived in peace. John Bell, his wife Lucy, and their children, including young Betsy. Their home, a modest wooden farmhouse, sat nestled among the trees, surrounded by acres of corn, wheat, and tobacco. But that peace would not last. It began with sounds, soft at first. Knocks at the door in the dead of night, faint rustling in the cornfields when no wind blew. John Bell would rise with his rifle, open the door, and find nothing but stillness, and an odd chill in the air. He told himself it was just his imagination. Then came the animals. A strange creature was seen skulking near the tree line, half dog, half rabbit, with burning eyes and an unnatural stillness. John raised his rifle and fired. It didn't flinch. It simply vanished. That night, something moved across the rooftop. Heavy thuds, claws dragging across the shingles. Again, nothing was found. Lucy Bell whispered her fears in the candlelit kitchen. Betsy swore she heard her name whispered from her bedroom walls. The family was being watched, but not by anything human. The neighbors laughed at first, superstitions and nonsense. But when they began witnessing it themselves, their smiles faded. Doors opened on their own. Footsteps echoed in empty rooms. Even the dogs refused to go near the Bell house. What had once been a home of harmony had become something else, a beacon for something dark and unseen. This was only the beginning. The Bell Witch had arrived. What began as whispers turned into wails, inhuman voices echoing through the wooden halls. The children would awaken screaming, their names hissed into their ears by something unseen. At first, it was just Betsy. Then the others began to hear it too. The entity mocked them, sang hymns in a woman's voice one moment, then screamed blasphemies in a man's the next. It quoted scripture, laughed at prayers, and dragged invisible chains across the wooden floorboards long after midnight. Betsy Bell, young, bright, kind, became the primary target. The witch would pull her hair, slap her face, and leave welts on her arms. There were no hands, no ropes, no intruders. Just violence from nowhere. One night, Betsy awoke with her covers torn off and deep scratches running down her back. She cried out. John rushed in, but the moment he stepped inside, he felt an invisible force press down on his chest. So strong, he fell to the floor, gasping for air. The family begged their local pastor for help. He came and ran. He never returned. Neighbors began to gather, curious and afraid. When they stepped inside the Bell home, they too heard the voices, laughing, taunting, sometimes crying like a lost child. What they couldn't explain, they began to fear. And the witch, she fed on that fear. The Bell Witch had a voice, and she used it. Loud and clear, in front of witnesses, she began to speak. "I am Kate," she declared, though no one knew who she was or where she came from. She claimed to have been wronged, accused the Bells of theft and murder, but her stories were always changing. She quoted the Bible one moment, then blasphemed it the next. She sang church hymns in perfect pitch, and then burst into maniacal laughter that echoed through the rafters. She could mimic voices, neighbors, family, even ministers, word for word. When strangers came to debunk the tale, she revealed their secrets before they even stepped inside. She exposed affairs, financial ruin, hidden sins, leaving grown men trembling. At one gathering, a skeptic dared her to prove her power. She did. His chair tipped backward, throwing him across the room. He staggered out, bruised and white as a ghost. And yet, the witch spared Lucy Bell, the mother. She called her the most perfect woman to ever walk the earth and never harmed her. But John Bell, he was mocked, and his time was running out. "I will kill John Bell." And no one could stop her. John's health began to fail. His face twitched, his limbs seized. Doctors found no cause. His medicine was mysteriously swapped one night, replaced with a black, syrupy liquid. He drank it. The next morning, he was dead. And the witch laughed. Neighbors claimed they heard her voice rise from the rafters. "I gave old Jack a dose last night, and he'll never get up again." At the funeral, as mourners wept and preachers prayed, the witch interrupted with laughter and mocking hymns. The church bells rang hollow. Even the birds didn't sing that day. The town now feared her and believed her. John Bell had been murdered by something not of this world. After John Bell's death, the witch kept her word. She left the family alone for a time, but before she vanished, she made a promise. "I will return in 7 years." And she did. In 1828, members of the Bell family reported her return, softer this time, but no less disturbing. Whispers in the night, objects moved on their own, and then nothing. She was gone again, but not forever. Modern visitors to the old Bell property report strange occurrences. Glowing orbs, cold winds, unearthly voices. Some say if you call her name near the old Bell Witch Cave, she might answer you. The land remembers, and the Bell Witch waits for the next voice to echo through her woods.